Welcome to the inauguration ceremony at the 87th session of American Legion Mountaineer Boys State at lovely WVU Jackson's Mill. We will begin our ceremony with an invocation by Lincoln Shriver. Please stand.
Dear Heavenly Father, we're so very thankful that we could be out here as a group of young men tonight and that we have the honor to do this. We're thankful for the opportunity to come to Boys State and grow as leaders and grow as one, and that we could really come together as family this week. And please bless that we can keep having good weather for the rest of it and that we can travel safely to Charleston. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mitchell Mara.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now our national anthem. Please take your seats. I want to recognize three special guests. One you've become quite accustomed to already, our American Legion National Vice Commander for the Central Region, Steve Weissman. Give him a round of applause. Visiting us from Rhododendron Girls State is the American Legion Auxiliary Department of West Virginia President, Kim Melly. With her is the American Legion Auxiliary National Vice President, Ann Buchanan. And now, would our outgoing governor please come to the stage to give your farewell address?
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank everyone who's made this program possible. A lot of work goes into this program, helping citizens have fun and learn. So thank you to the veterans, legionnaires, Sons of the American Legion, and citizens who returned as counselors. You are volunteering your time to turn us, the men of tomorrow, into leaders, and we appreciate you. Last year, I came to Boys State with the intention to run for governor. I'd heard about Boys State from friends who attended in the past, and I'd read the packet I received in the mail, so I had expectations of working hard while having fun and learning about government. And yet nothing could have prepared me for what Boys State was actually like. There was always something going on, but it never felt overwhelming because there was always strong guidance and leadership from counselors and advisors. Everything we did had a clear purpose, and it was a wonderful learning experience. When thinking about government, it is easy to think just about the 3 branches. But government is so much more than that. I didn't understand the breadth of this until I attended. From DNR to emergency services, I loved learning about all the different things our government does for us. Boys State also made me certain of what I want to do in the future. The Americanism lessons every night were very powerful, and they spoke to why I want to serve this country. The highlight of my time at Boys State was a Capitol trip, where I got to meet West Virginia's Board of Public Works. It solidified my desire to serve through politics one day. Boys State was such a meaningful week for me, with so many amazing things to think about. I'm going to give you one more thing to keep in mind. When you all arrived at Boys State, you were separated into 2 parties, the Nationalists and the Federalists. From there, you built fresh platforms on what you value. You've had a lot of fun jabbing at the other party with your signs and your conventions, but when you leave Boys State, you will be faced with 2 parties that are divided in a much less friendly way. They will try to tell you that the person sitting next to you does not care about you. When that happens, I want you to remember how much you've enjoyed getting to know these people. I want you to remember all the fun you've had playing games out on the lawn. And most importantly, I want you to remember that we are not that different from each other. Once you made your party platforms, the counselors struggled to write questions for the debate because of how similar your platforms were. We citizens of Boys State and of West Virginia care about so many of the same things. Don't let a party turn you against your friends. You are the men of tomorrow. You get to decide where we go from here. I hope and I have full confidence that you will all choose unity over division. Thank you.
We have with us for this inaugural event a very special and longtime friend of American Legion Mountaineer Boys State. We have with us Judge Michael John Alloy. He serves as United States Magistrate Judge for the Northern District of West Virginia at its Clarksburg and Elkins points of holding court. He was appointed to this position on October 1st, 2015. He grew up in a small coal mining town of Farmington, West Virginia, the grandson of Italian immigrants. His grandfather did not finish elementary school because he worked as a child in the coal mines. His father did not finish high school because of his need to work during the Great Depression. He is a graduate of West Virginia Wesleyan College and a graduate of the WVU College of Law, where he was only member of his class to receive the Order of the Coif, Order of the Barristers, and the Patrick Duffy Kuntz Award for Leadership, Scholarship, and Character. It's a very extensive resume, yes. I'm waiting for him to get the batteries in there. In 1987, he was selected as one of the original mediators for the National Pilot Settlement Week program in the Northern District of West Virginia. He mediated over 2,500 cases. He has served as a hearing examiner for the West Virginia Ethics Commission, and as a lawyer, he has received an AV rating from Martinsdale Hubble, the highest rating for a lawyer. Additionally, he has served as president of the West Virginia State Bar, the chairperson of the West Virginia State Bar Commission on Judicial Independence, and the West Virginia State Bar ADR Committee. We're almost to the end. We're almost to the end. Hang on, hang on. In 2011, he was appointed by Governor Tomblin as a West Virginia Circuit Judge for the 16th Judicial Circuit in Marion County, and thereafter was elected to the position. Judge Alloy first served as a lawyer supervisor for the WVU College of Law General Clinic in 2003. In May 2018, Judge Alloy received an Italian phrase here. No, a Latin phrase. Latin phrase.
Well, Italian's just fine.
Justitia Officium Award from the WU College of Law for the outstanding contributions and service to the legal profession. It is the highest honor bestowed by the faculty. So I would like all of us to give, one last thing. He was here in these seats in 1975, right here. One of you might be a district circuit judge right here in West Virginia someday. The future is bright. So now, a rounding round of applause and welcome to Judge Alloy.
Thank you so much. We got it. Well, thank you all. Okay, and it is it's just so good to be here. Am I glowing just a little bit? I'm just so happy. I graduated with the bicentennial class, 1976. So I was here at Mountaineer Boys State in summer of 1975. So I sat where you did. 51 years ago. And I know you guys are thinking, God, does anyone even live for 51 years after Boys State? Yes, and let me tell you, it's better than ever. It really is. God, I love the band, by the way. You guys are great. I was in the high school band. Trombones, where are you? Cheered for the trombones. I like it. I love the energy. By the way, where's someone told me there's another alloy here. Is there? Did you tell me that? Jared, where are you? Okay, Jared, we have to say hello, right? Who's your dad? Oh my God, yes. I knew there is no alloy in West Virginia that's not my family. I grew up in a big Italian family, and my grandmother would always say, Michael, kiss them. They're your cousin. And I would say, well, Mama Kay, how are they my cousin? And she would say, Michael, just kiss them. You're your cousin. So that's all I need to know. Yes, that's wonderful. You are the grandson of my brother, Donnie. I lost Donnie this year. The introduction is really wonderful, and I appreciate it. But sometimes I think that all that is necessary to say is that here's Michael Alloy from Farmington, West Virginia, a little small coal mining town of 500, who always knew that he was loved. I never had any question about that. And do you know how many people out there in our world that just don't know that? What a gift it is. And I think with that, then everything follows. And I heard that your speaker tomorrow is going to be talking about the heart, the physical parts of the heart. But let me say this to you. I don't think you can ever be any kind of leader without a heart. If you're driven by power and money and position and control, then I don't think you're the kind of leader that we need. If you don't have love in your heart for all the people in West Virginia, for your neighbors, then I don't think you need to be in those positions, because that's really what we're missing. And if you love and if you follow that in your heart, then you will do the right thing. There are two things that always guide me as a judge that I tell everyone. First of all, it's justice for all. And it's justice for all. I can't think of a more inclusive word than all. That's it. It's not justice for some. It's not justice just for this person or justice for that person. It is justice for all. And the other one is love your neighbor. Who's your neighbor? Well, your neighbor's who you're sitting next to, right? Your neighbor is everyone. It doesn't say love this neighbor, but not that neighbor. At least that's how I recall it. And so, yeah, so love your neighbor. And I think that's what drives us. And when I talk about heart, I believe that leadership, and I hope you all think about this, is about picking people up and holding out a hand when they're down, not kicking them when they're down. About, as your past governor said, bringing people together. It doesn't take a whole lot of talent or skill to separate people, right? Hate is easy because you don't have to think about it. Just don't agree. Don't like what the other side thinks. But love, but agreement, that is the power of leaders. That's the power of bringing people together. And you know what? I don't like picking on the others because for so long and to this day, West Virginians have always been the other. They've always picked on us. And so we don't have the luxury of fighting each other. We just don't. And so I hope that throughout your opportunities for leadership, your opportunities in whatever you do in your community, that you search and search hard for how you bring people together, how we can agree. Because disagreeing is so easy. You just disagree, right? It's not hard. Now, if you have reasons to do so and you identify those and then you work hard to identify the other and bring people together, that's a powerful thing. The last thing I want to say, and I feel compelled to do so because I am a judge, my oath is to the Constitution of the United States of America. Your oath will be to the Constitution of the United States of America. It will soon be 250 years celebrating the Declaration of Independence. We are the longest democracy in the history of the world. This is amazing. It is something to celebrate. But when you look at this declaration, I hope you hold these words dear to your heart because we're unique. We are the great experiment. We continue to be the great experiment. And everyone wants us to fail because people don't like democracies. People like power. They like concentrated power in one person. They like kings and queens and tyrants. And democracy was the great, great experiment. And this is what Jefferson said to declare our independence almost 250 years ago, that we hold these truths to be self-evident. You don't have to explain this to anyone. It's self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Among them, there are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To suggest that all people are created equal was a revolutionary idea. It's something we aspire to. I'm not convinced in our hearts that we still have gotten there. But this is who we are. And if we don't hold that dear in our heart that all people are created people and all is all, that's all inclusive. And because that's how people divide us. Say, why you're different, why you're not important, why you're not important. Leaders say, yes, we're all important, right? And Jefferson said, this is self-evident. We have these rights by our Creator, right? Because, you know, in Europe, they said, these people are crazy. What makes them think that people are equal? Equal to a king or queen, but for whatever reason, they were born in the right place, or the princes and whoever else. No, people aren't equal. It was a crazy idea. I'm not convinced in our hearts that we've still accepted it, but it's true. It's the gospel. It is who we are as a country. And so I hope you hold in your heart that yes, the uniqueness of America in 250 years ago, that all people are created equal. That's the core of democracy. And whenever we stray from that, then we have forgotten who we are. And I'm just so excited about the energy in here. It's just wonderful. I'm excited about you all taking your chance to lead when the time comes. And I'm also excited to give you your oath. And we're going to get on with that now. But let me say something. This is unique, only where we are. Your oath is to the Constitution of the United States and also to Mountaineer's Boys State. It's not to the supreme ruler. It's not to the governor. It's not to a judge. It's to the Constitution of the United States. That's what the rule of law means, because that's that is what makes us who we are. So with that, State Superintendent of Schools, if you would please come forward. Do we like to? Oh, yeah. Thank you. You can clap. I thought it was. So, how do you want to position? Like right here?
We're getting some microphones.
Okay, okay.
That'd be great. Oh, he's got it. Okay.
You're just going to follow me, Isaac.
Yes, we're going to have you come to the middle,
Okay.
right over here.
You want us to come here?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And then when you're finished, let's.
Okay, you ready for me to go? Yes. Okay, this is, let's get everyone situated. Yeah, this is important, right? A solemn oath. So, if you would raise your right hand, please. And this is the oath of office for State Superintendent of Schools. I, and state your name,
I, Isaac Butcher,
do you solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that you will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me under the provisions of law as State Superintendent of School,
perform the duties imposed upon me under the provisions of law as State Superintendent of Schools,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
Congratulations. Here we go, the oath for the Speaker of the House. You look good. So state your name, please.
I, Maxwell Fraccio,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of American Legion Mountaineer Boys
the
State,
Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as Speaker of House,
under the provisions of law as Speaker of the House,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
Yes, congratulations. This is the oath of office for the President of the Senate. So if you would say aye and state your name, please.
I, Lincoln Schreiber,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as President of the Senate,
under the provisions of law as President of the Senate,
to the best of my skill and knowledge, skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
There you are. Congratulations. Where are the guys in the robes? We're going to do all of them at once. Come on up. They, I'm going to kind of stand here so you can look over my shoulder in case you forget what to say, because we want to get it right. So let's just go when we do it. Raise your right hand, please. And then you're going to say, I. I'm going to start here. Your name?
Harrison.
Amari Knights.
Sam Tigawar.
I, Oli Alfonso.
I love all the names. You know, it's just musical. Do solemnly swear that I will support
Do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as Justice of the Supreme Court,
under the provisions of the law as Justice of the Supreme Court,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
Yes. So, congratulations. Good to see you. Hey, Steve. All right. This is the Attorney General. Yeah, honey. We got it. It's a small state. His grandfather is my dear friend and my favorite judge in West Virginia, Paul Farrell. He just retired. We kind of text every day, so I knew it when I saw it. So he's now oath of office for Attorney General. Raise your right hand, please, and if you would say aye and state your name.
I, Thomas Farrell,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as Attorney General
under the provisions of law as Attorney General
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
Congratulations. Okay. Now we have the oath of office for treasurer. Oh, hold on. No, he's right. No, he's right. I missed a page. There we go. It's good to know what office you have. It's good. So, raise your right hand, please, and say aye and state your name.
I, Kelvin Scott Greathouse III,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as Commissioner of Agriculture,
under the provisions of law as Commissioner of Agriculture,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. This is the treasurer now. We have the treasurer. So if you'd raise your right hand, please, and state your name.
I'm Keen Yao.
Do solemnly swear that I will support
Do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as treasurer,
under the provisions of law as treasurer,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
Congratulations, Peggy. Congratulations. Awesome name, Stephen. I like it. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, this is our auditor. Raise your right hand, please, and state your name.
I, Deacon Stanislazic.
I love names with a lot of vowels and a lot of other, because I grew up in the neighborhoods of Italians and Polish and Czechs. It's just great. So, do solemnly swear that I will support
Do solemnly swear that I will
the
support
Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as auditor,
under the provisions of law as auditor,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment. The Secretary of State, special position, my uncle and cousin were both Secretary of States. So, I, and state your name, please.
I, Leroy Song,
There we go, you got a fan.
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineers Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I will honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as Secretary of State,
under the provisions of law as Secretary of State,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
Congratulations. This is a big one, guys. Oath of office as a governor. So if you would raise your right hand, please, and state your name.
I, Jackson Rappel,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
the Constitution of the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State,
and that I will honestly and faithfully
and that I honestly and faithfully
perform the duties imposed upon me
perform the duties imposed upon me
under the provisions of law as governor,
under the provisions of law as governor,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
to the best of my skill and judgment.
Congratulations. I'm done. Oh, look at that.
Good evening. How we doing? Yeah. As you know, my name is Jackson Rappold. I'm your governor of Boys State as of right now. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank, first of all, everyone who's given me this opportunity, starting with God, my family, our special guest here tonight, as well as my counselors and all my fellow citizens of Boys State. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to be your governor, and I'm very appreciative of all my citizens at Boys State, and that I've been able to support you, work my hardest for you, and be your governor. Thank you. My name's Tiffany, my brother Jace in the middle, and there's my dad on the right in the blue. Thank you.